Let me get my sister in here to close us out. Oh my God, such a gift. Woo! Was that something, Jackie?
Girl. I mean, so many nuggets. And
Solid,
I know
solid.
you guys are talking about preachers and pastors, but my heart has been kind of heavy all day today, just thinking about coming in on and having the opportunity to share. Just those that have been graced to serve in the area of worship and praise, our
Yeah.
worship leaders, our psalmists, our musicians, those types of things. And the responsibility for us to continue
Mm-hmm.
to lead in worship. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Find a way to do that. And so Bishop, he mentioned something that just like broke me all the way down and just kind of solidified what I've been sensing in my spirit today. And I thought it was kind of strange. But when he said we set up altars of selfishness,
Mm-hmm.
and when I was thinking about today, I wanted so badly to have music because music is just what we do, you know? And the
Right.
Lord quickly reminded me, he said, your worship is not music.
Mm.
So we use music to help us in our expression and
It's
our
what a,
love
like
toward God.
an
Yes,
accompaniment or something like that.
but
Mm-hmm.
it is not our worship. And so the song came to me by a wonderful, amazing worship leader out of Australia. I want to say Matt Redman. When the music fades and all is stripped away, and I simply come longing just to bring something that's of worth that will bless your heart. I'll bring you more than a song, for a song in itself is not what you have required. You search much deeper within to the way things appear. You're looking into my heart. And this is the part I really love. I'm coming back to the heart of worship because it's all about you. Listen, we got to just get back to Him.
At
It's
him.
all about you, Jesus. And I'm sorry, Lord, for the thing I've made it because it's all about you. It's all about you, Jesus. So even while we're in, I heard this guy say the world calls it quarantine, but over in the church on this side, we call it consecration. And so
Amen.
during this time of consecration, if I had to say anything to the body of Christ, sharpen your love relationship with God. Because the truth of the matter, if worship was just what we do at the gathering, then we done missed it all because we ain't gathering in that manner anymore.
Right.
So
Right. That's
just
good.
knowing what it really is, my worship to the Lord is my obedience to Him, my daily yielding of every area of my life to Him. And I can do that without music support. You
Yes.
know what I
Well,
mean?
honey,
So
one thing I know about you is that you can do it with music and without music. Girl, you had me in here crying and you put that song up on your page and I said, let me see what Jackie is singing.
yeah.
Girl, I couldn't get myself to get. I said I got to go on the Zoom. I got to let the people. Lord have mercy. And I correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounded like on one of the songs you kind of was just flowing, like you
Yeah.
created a song right then and there.
It just
And
it
talk,
just
talk to
happened.
talk to there's some
Yeah.
people on here who sing.
Yeah.
Talk to them about and even in this season,
Yeah.
how they should begin maybe pen
Oh,
paper because the Lord may give them songs. Talk to them
yes.
about that. Talk to them about
Yes. I think the most important thing, and I say this a lot, you may be able to get a lot over on me, but one thing for sure, J Day can hear.
that.
And if I had to say anything to any worship leader, psalmist, musician, whatever you want to call yourself, you've been graced to serve in this capacity, the
Mm.
ability to hear and be present in the moment. I might not be at the sanctuary, but I am tuned in and connected with the Father. And when I'm
Mhm.
connected to Him, He talks to me, He downloads. And when He downloads, it is our responsibility then to release that in its purest form. But it
Mm.
can't be released in its fullest or its purest form if we've not gone through the personal sanctification and process that is necessary. Because what He downloads in me for me to release to you. I wanted to mirror exactly what he downloaded. And so I would say, number one, make sure you hear. And the way you sharpen your hearing in this season is to put your ear close to the mouth of God, in the words of Bishop Waddell Freeman. Put your ear close to the mouth of God. It is essential. It is absolutely necessary that worship leaders, we spend our time with him. And you know what? We don't have anybody to lead now. You know what I mean? So your assignment is now done because you don't have anybody to lead. Lead your own self in worship. Because see, I can be right in my house. Here's my worship. Take joy in it. Make it your dwelling place. I want to put a smile on your face. I present my heart to you. I present my life to you. I mean, I can just go on. Take joy, my King, in what you hear. Let it be a sweet, sweet sound in your ear. Sweet Jesus, sweet Jesus. So I'm talking about being at home and really, really saturating your atmosphere so that when God allows us, when we are allowed to reunite in the congregation, we won't have to do so much work.
Right.
Engage people, and we don't have to use so much of our entertainment and performance, but literally what you've been working on and cultivating and nurturing, when we have the opportunity to come together, that's accumulated power. That's accumulated, honoring God together. Do you understand that would be so explosive? So, just be open and just love on the Lord. Because at the end of the day, he's in control. And I know we got to get off of here. But what you were saying about to worship leaders and psalmists, make sure you're hearing. And you can hear when you spend time with him. Keep your notebooks close by, because there are songs that are coming to us that just out of just unusual, manners in which God would speak to us. The other night, and I've been kind of out of commission a little bit, just do some personal physical things. But I woke up and I just went right to the laptop there, and I heard this little melody, and I thought it was so corny. But I shared it with the young lady that travels with me, Jeree, and she said, "Boss," she calls me boss. She said, "Boss, this right here, this is the kind of stuff that we need to hear." And so, again, with that in mind, sometimes.
Wait a minute now. You ain't gonna tell us the melody?
No.
We gotta wait for the recording and all of that. We gotta wait till you record it.
So I can't remember all of it, but it's something like, God is with us. We are not alone. No matter what is going on in the world today. Don't be afraid, no, don't even fear. God is with us. Hey, we are not alone. God is with us, yeah. We are not alone. And then there's another little part, but I'm just saying, just keep your spirits open. Worship leaders all over this world, get in your word, stay in your word, and just let God speak to you. And something Bishop said today, sometimes we're trying to sing and minister to everybody else but who we've been assigned to. So some melodies are just for your house. And then the other melodies God will use on a national level. And you got to be okay with it. Here's the key to success, in my opinion, and that is doing what God has graced you to do. Just do that. Don't try to compare yourself to anybody else, because God uses all of us in very, very unique ways. So I'm just excited. And girl, I can go on with this worship.
I know. Let me just tell the people a little bit about you, because we had on Bishop Tillman, and of course, that was major. That was major.
That was major.
People were like, you got Bishop Howard. I said, well, I'm the first born.
How did you do it?
Well, you know, I've been coming to that church for 20 years. So I was like, you know what? Bishop, I done came for everything in that church.
Right.
And so, you know, it was so funny. He just said, well, Hooper, I'm gonna call you back. And he was like, well, how do I look? And do I need lighting? And can you see me? And did I dial in right? I said, Bishop, you know, I'm gonna look out for you. I ain't gonna make you come out here looking crazy. And he was phenomenal, you know, as always. And, you know, he kicked it off and he was the perfect person because, you know, he started talking about community, you know, and every time somebody spoke, you know, I just kind of had to jump in and go back to that. You know, it's all about us working together, family and all of that. And what could I do and what could I render? And you've been serving in that church for so many years as a worship leader, just blessing them so much that God's been opening doors for you and all of that. And then you wind up being, I guess I call it a resident worship leader. That's what they call like doctors and stuff, though. Resident leader for Bishop Wynell Freeman. Yes. And every time I go down there, South Jersey, you're always there. Always a pleasure hearing you, Jackie. I mean, girl, you had me weeping and crying, and I'm still stuck on this right here. And because while you were singing, I was like, I gotta write that down. And before she go, this is like a "We Are the World" for me. God is with us. We are not alone. So I'm gonna let you sing whatever you want to sing, but you're gonna have to come back. That melody, right? Because we need that. I can take that snippet right there if you allow me to put that on Instagram, put that little place. We need something. We can see. You know, when we get it from God, it works. When we get it from God, it blesses people. When we get it from God, it heals. You know what I'm saying? So and when you start, if you let people know where they can get your music and all of that stuff too.
I know the full clip is on the YouTube, and you can subscribe to YouTube. Your
YouTube channel?
Yes, I have a YouTube channel, and it's my name, Jacqueline Dade.
Okay.
All the social media platforms, I use my name, so you can just pick me up that way. But in that moment, I was sharing with a group of worshipers, and I think we were coming out
Wait, stop right there, because you teach like worship leaders and stuff like that. Don't you do that? So anybody out there, you know, that's in need of somebody coming in and teaching your worship leaders and stuff to kind of go to that next level, she's definitely available for that. Go ahead.
I would love that. Probably that's my heart, really. The teaching, impartation, and you know, we've been at this for a very, very long time. So just having the opportunity, because I guess now you're going to take me somewhere else because I get to running off at the mouth. One of my passions in terms of just worship leaders is that not only focus on the art of worship, the art of doing worship, but really knowing what it is. And I'm finding more and more that very few of our psalmists and worship leaders, very few of them have a good understanding of what it really is and why we do what we do. And that other group is just, they're going through, you know, what they see. So we produce after our kind. So where is the teaching, discipleship, studentship, when it comes to prepping a worship leader? You know what I mean? Some people are just being appointed to these positions. There is no prerequisite. There's no training. You understand? There's no training. There's no development. There's no assignment.
I need somebody that can sing. Can you sing?
Yes,
I need to bring you to the academy. I'm gonna bring you to my academy.
And it's just amazing. One of the things that has blessed my life tremendously under Bishop Tillman, at the time, Elder Lance Darden, you know Pastor Darden.
Yeah, he's on here watching.
Oh, hey, Dad. That's my dad. Hey, Dad. I would have loved for him to be with us tonight, but there would be another time. And one of the things I say about him, and I don't know if Bootsy is on here, Eugenia Newman, some of the worship members from
Andra, Kathy, Mendenhall.
All of them, Mendenhall, yes. So this is what Dad didn't teach us how to sing as worship singers or worship leaders. When Dad brought us together, this is Pastor Darton, by the way, when I say Dad, when Dad brought us together, because all of us were vocally there. You know what I mean? We were talented, we were skillful. We talking about Deidre Crawford, Greyhouse, Steve Crawford, Kim Rutherford. I mean, some great singers have come through there, but he didn't need to bring us together to practice. He brought us together and he imparted spiritual nuggets that helped ground us to the point that when we stood, we brought both art and that spiritual component and knowledge base and foundation that literally caused it to be an explosion and a movement in Columbus, Ohio, that they had not seen before. So when you talk about the teaching part, that's where my heart really is. I want to make sure that the next generation and even the current generation is rooted and fastened in the truth of what worship really is, and not just go through because it's a popular song. But when there is no song, when there is no music, what is your worship? What does it sound like? And the word I continue to hear, obedience has a sound. So when we yield ourselves to the lordship of Jesus Christ, that's an act of obedience. When we yield ourselves to the lordship of Jesus Christ, that's our worship to the Lord. It's a sweet fragrance to him. You know, it's the song that says, take joy, my King, in what you hear. Let it be a sweet, sweet sound in your ear. I don't know about anybody else, but I want my worship to be a sweet aroma, a sweet sound that pleases the Father. And it's not just about my singing ability, it's about my ability to lock into prayer. That's what Dad put into us. Relationship. Prayer and the word. We literally, when we came to rehearsal, he would open up the scriptures and we would actually start reading and reciting the word. So singing the word is common to us. It's not a new thing. Right. So girl, you know, I'll get to talking, but
I know. So go ahead, sing something for us, Jackie. And then you got to come back to God is with us.
And get out of here. So in the spirit of this week, I just kept hearing, great is your mercy. So I'll share that, and then we'll get out of the way here. But I'll hit, he's in control, just for you. He's in control. God is. If you're watching, just sing it with us. He's in control. He's in control. God is. He gives us peace in the midst of it all. He gives us peace in the midst of it all. He gives us joy in the midst of it all. He gives us hope in the midst of it all. I just had to sing that a little bit for you. God is just
the part that really blessed me is that it's just so much going on.
Yeah, it's so much.
And just to be able to have peace in the midst of it all, it's like, God. People want to commit suicide and ills, and it's so much going on. And I was just like, God, that just really, it just really touched me in a real way. Really.
And he wants to give it to us. He's already made it available to us. And you know what I heard last night, because I was singing it over and over. He gives us rest in the midst of it all. Because I don't know about you, but it's been hard trying to sleep at night. There's so much going on, and your sleep, it's like our sleeping has been interrupted. And so the Lord just dropped that one. He gives us rest in the midst of it all. If you're watching and you're weary and you just cannot relax, let the presence of the Lord consume you and just rest in his arms. He gives you rest in the midst of it all. God is. He's in control. He's in control. God is. He's in control. Thank you for your mercy. I'll end here. Thank you for your grace. Thank you for your blood that's made a way to come into your presence and magnify your name. Lord, I stand amazed at what I see. Great is your mercy towards me, your loving kindness towards me, your tender mercies I see day after day.
Amen.
I'll stop. I'll stop. Forever faithful to us. You're always providing. God, you're always providing for us. So we lift our hands and say, great is your mercy toward us. Great is your grace. Forever faithful to us. Even during these crises, you're always providing for us. Girl, I'm getting so excited. I'm gonna have to get off this this thing here. Great is your mercy.
When you think about his goodness and his grace, and you know, people just
your grace.
you know, this just blesses me, Jackie, because you know, people concerned about how they're gonna eat, how they're gonna pay their bills, and you know, they're concerned about their children. They're talking about they may not be able to go to college in September.
Yes.
It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. And, you know, we need ministry gifts like yourself, you know, and I appreciate, I know it took a little while for you to get on it, and I appreciate you hanging out until then or whatever. You know, I just said, Lord, what could I do? And the Lord gave me this. You know everybody, and you know you can put it together, and I put it together, and they were just preachers.
Yeah, yeah.
They just said, Hooper, I can't even do it this week, but can I do it next week?
Absolutely.
I wasn't even planning to do it next week, you know?
Yeah.
I was only planning to do it 2 days, but you know, people is just like want to help, you know?
Yeah.
The family just want to come together, and oh man.
Yeah. Well, God is certainly going to reward you for just putting it together. I share with Jeree, the young lady that assists me. I said, I feel like coming on here or preparing for this was like a major assignment for me. And I'm like, why wouldn't it be? Because every opportunity we are afforded to share with the body of Christ, or just to share the message of joy and trust and hope, hey, that's an assignment. And so I appreciate you for obeying what Holy Spirit dropped in your soul concerning adding me, you know, to it. And it's been an honor serving. I didn't know who is going to be on all the dynamics to that, but I just been praying, God, that whatever you want to release in the airways during this season, thank you that it will be released, and it won't just like disperse and go everywhere, but people will literally fasten themselves to what is said so that they can have what they need until the next time. You know what I mean? So I honor you, I honor your gift, always mad love and respect. You cousin.
Yeah.
Anytime, we work together. So anytime, you know, hey, I'm here for you always. I'm loving you from Columbus, Ohio. We know that the needs are major East Coast. And so just talking with you just helped me, and also Bishop Freeman as well, just kind of know what's going on the other side of the world. So you stay in your little area. But now I know how to pray. I know how to pray for my sister. I know how to pray for those churches and pastors that are really struggling in that area. And the word that Bishop Tillman said to us at the onset, we are a community right now.
Yeah.
And we've always been. I just think this is the opportunity for it to really materialize. And so that we actually now, because what we're doing today, this is kind of stuff we should be doing anyway. Exactly. Yeah. So thank God, these are the best of times, the worst of times. You know what I mean? All in one at one time, so we just trust the Lord that to everything there is a season. We will make it through this. And I'm just trusting that, we're one of the ones that make it through to the other side, because there is a much better on the other side. So I am just thankful for the opportunity, sis.
Oh, thank you, Jackie.
Love you much.
So much. Yeah. Let me just talk to, just tell us again, where they can get stuff,
Oh, yeah. So feel free to go over to YouTube and just subscribe to my channel, Jacqueline Dade. There are tons of clips. And
spell it for them, because sometimes it's like Dade. How do you spell that? So
let's make sure that's right, because a lot of people think it's D-A-Y. It's D-A-D-E, as in Dade County, Florida. So J-A-C. Yeah, there it is, the bottom of the screen. Yeah. So, and then on all of the other social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, I am Jacqueline Dade as well. I believe on Twitter, though, is Jacqueline Dade, the number 4. And so, we would love to stay connected with you. And so, it's been an honor to serve in this area today. So God bless you. And remember, God is in control. He gives us peace. That peace is available to us. And I just thank God for the courage to access what he has already allocated to us. So, yeah. You
gotta do that last part for me. God is with us. We are not alone. I heard that right there.
Yeah. God is with us. We are not alone. No matter what is going on in the world today. Don't be afraid. No, don't even fear. God is with us. Hey, we are not alone. God is with us. Yeah, we are not alone. I got to finish writing it.
I like it. So that's something I'm going to be playing over and over again. Thank you so much, Jackie.
Thank you, sis.
I appreciate you so much. Let me talk to the people real quick.